Europe's biggest payments forum is underway. EBADay 2012 is an event organised by the banks for the banks. And I will be here bringing you all the latest news and views as they develop on the ground in Edinburgh. A benefit of an event like this is you can get an update on the euro from the banker's perspective. And I've just spotted Volker Hellmeyer over there who did the keynote address this morning. And I'm going to see if I can ask him a few questions.
That's when I stopped. That's great by me.
Mr. Hellmeyer, is Greece and its problem solving, is it on the right track?
Greece did enough. We have seen an agenda set up for Greece, which was the utmost stringent reform agenda in the history of industrialized nations. 80% of those reforms have been delivered, and we're seeing these at the numbers. They managed to diminish the new debt from 15.4% to 9.1% per last year, while they're having a depression of with a contraction of GDP by 12%. It's working. What they need is cyclical strength or cyclical stability that has to be provided with the help of the European Union and the Eurozone politicians.
And what about the German austerity approach? Is it right?
The German austerity approach is in general terms right, but not at the speed implemented. The Merkel effect has led to this contraction within the reform countries of GDP, and so the fiscal reforms were having their effect on a smaller economy. That's why we are missing the fiscal targets of deficit reduction. We need here a new approach, and I think the election of President Hollande is here the catalyst for a change in European policies, how they deal with the reform countries, and that is, in my eyes, a good aspect looking forward for the Eurozone. And if the Eurozone should fail, which I don't expect to happen, the United Kingdom will be impacted very, very strongly. The way they choose now to have less say within the European Union offers them no chance to determine what is going to happen. I recommend for the UK strongly to have a stronger involvement with the Eurozone and to have a genuine understanding of a globalized world going forward, that it needs size in order to have political impact on the global balance.
EBADay is standing by for the first My Bank test transaction between two banks. The pilot will start in June 2012 with the rollout across Europe for 2013.
The way that Internet Bookshop have implemented this is to have the cards on one side and then the My Bank, the other messaging payment methods underneath. So you click the My Bank icon and you see the drop-down menu where you select your bank. We get to choose which account we're going to buy from. We take the first one. And now another level of authorization is needed. Here we're going to use a mobile token that will be sent, so we select that. And he receives his token sent across the SMS messaging, types it in, and validates.
John, we've just witnessed the very first transaction. So what's next for My Bank?
Well, we're going straight into a pilot on the 4th of June, where we have banks from a number of different countries in Europe and a big number of merchants who are going to be testing My Bank to check the usability, the security is as they want before we go live in early 2013.
And what sort of integration are we looking at towards the solution?
Well, there's a lot of service providers out there who are ready to help the banks with the integration. We have TAS, Value Team, we have SEA, Stutzer. In fact, we have a whole load of material that promoting what they've put in on to help the banks with that.
And it's been a big build-up to this day, I'm sure. So just off the top of your head, what's the most exciting thing about this transaction?
Well, I think the exciting thing is the fact that so many people have helped make it happen. There's a great belief in this, a great potential for it, and here we are actually doing what we said we would do 1 year on.
Ask you about the signing that's just taken place here.
Yeah. Well, we're very honored that RBS have selected Clear to Pay for their new payments hub, for their obviously they're already SEPA compliant. I mean, but they've decided to go a step beyond that and to put in a payment hub to support their customers in a strategic way and to be very customer-centric in their approach. So,
yeah, I mean, from our perspective, this has been it's the end of the first stage of a very long process to get us to choosing the right partner to work with going forward. And now I think probably the real work starts as we start to develop and work together to make this a reality.
yes, definitely.
But we're very pleased with where we've arrived at, and we believe we've got the right partner to move forward with.
As you can hear from the racket behind me, EBA Day 1 is coming to a close, and I've managed to track down Ashley Dowson, who is a market commentator. And Ashley, what's been your highlight today?
Oh, Debbie, I think it's been a fantastic day. We started off with a German economist using facts and figures to show us that the Eurozone isn't in crisis at all and that there's plenty to hope for looking forward. We had two senior bankers from Deutsche and JP Morgan giving lots of examples of how collaboration can create opportunity and value for clients. We've gone through SEPA and learnt that for a change, instead of putting a question mark about whether it's ready, it's got an exclamation mark because it's going to happen. And finally, we had Kevin Brown from RBS saying that he saw plenty of opportunity to partner with people for global trade and business. So I think it's been a tremendous day, and the buzz is just testament to that.
There definitely is a buzz. And are you back tomorrow?
I'm definitely back tomorrow. I'm looking forward to more debate.
And so am I. I'll be back tomorrow too for EBA Day 2. See you then. Thank you.